No. Right. Oh. Oh! I'm so bad. Corbin, I'm live. This is peak content. Can't get that. I didn't. What? I can't hear you. Yeah. Yo, we're on the Rocket League. Welcome back, guys. Today we are trying Rocket League, guys. Oh, went for the demo, didn't work out. He goes back in. Uh-oh, it's headed towards his goal. He's nowhere near. He's not close, but Diamond isn't either. Down the court it goes. Down the field, I mean. Up the wall. He drives. Runs into his opponent. It's a little mishap. Mishap on the field. There comes the ball. It's coming down. He's switching to defense here. I like this play. It's not going to be enough. And Diamond Cedar scores again. This is not looking good for DOSBoss 218. Very rusty. He's an old veteran, but does he still have it in him to win one? It does not look like it. And somehow he gets the full boost, even though I literally was going for it. Misses the ball completely. But Dawson's got patience. Patience on the field. And up the wall. He's looping around, coming back for it. There goes the shot. Not quite there. An excellent block by DOSBoss 218. And the ball's headed back down the court. Oh, Diamond Cedar decides to bring the momentum back his way. Epic save by DOSBoss 218. And there goes the ball. It's going back down. Diamond Cedar's not going to be able to do much. Dawson has the boost advantage. Dawson has the court advantage. He's further down the field. He's got an angle on the ball. Diamond Cedar just barely getting there, saving this game. DOSBoss 218 trying to stop it from getting close to his goal here. He's got nothing. It's in there. That was a big mistake there by DOSBoss 218. DOSBoss 218 going in, trying to get the tee off. That's a good hit. He's gonna send it. Misses the ball completely. Diamond Cedar taking his time, lining his shots. DOSBoss throws it off a little. Diamond Cedar's got to regroup. Got to figure it out. And that ball is going in. Oh dear. Diamond Cedar taking it slow and paying out. Every time he takes it slow here, I've been saying this is how it works. You take it slow, you get ahead. You got to go slow to go fast, like the pros say. That ball is dangerously close to Diamond Cedar's goal. DOSBoss trying to get something happening. Trying to make something happen here. That ball's headed down the field quick. Headed straight for the goal, but DOSBoss is there. Can he get it out of here? And he grabs onto it. He gets a hold of the ball and he's bringing it towards Diamond Cedar's side. Diamond Cedar hitting it once again towards Dawson's goal. And a crazy block. Diamond Cedar does not know what to do. 1-6 here. Going for the demo, but kind of missed it there. Dos Boss had a loss here. It's not looking good at all. And that's a miss by Diamond Cedar. He goes for another, misses. This could be a buzzer beater goal for Diamond Cedar here. And he gets it. Dos Boss just could not get the height. As you can see here, Dos Boss is struggling to get that height. Can Dos Boss pull out the buzzer beater to make it 2-7? And that's the game. Hey, he tried his best, but he's just not good enough yet. Dos Boss's first game back as a returning rookie. Having a lot of trouble getting a hold of anything, but he's going to give it another go. And this is a competitive match, by the way. If you look at the top part of your screen, you'll be able to see that. Fenway getting blocked by Dos Boss. What a strategic block there. I love that block. Fenway making his way. Dos Boss blocking it, sending it with the boost, seeing what he can make happen here. Fenway's trying to block. Dos Boss gets close, and that's a goal. What a start. What a beautiful goal. Great execution by Dos Boss. Taking it a lot slower and staying behind that ball. And this is not looking good. Dos Boss got sent into the air. He has no momentum heading towards this goal to try and stop Fenway. Fenway brings it back out. He's going to have to turn around to get to that ball. Dos Boss coming down the field frighteningly quick. And Fenway with a crazy shot on goal. Fenway with the demo, and that's going to be a goal. That was a great demo by Fenway. You got to respect plays like that, you know? Sometimes there's just plays you can't even say didn't rock your world. Dos Boss had a great center on the ball, but still missed that. Did not get the good side at the trade-off there. Sending it up so he has time to grab the boost. Sending it over to Fenway's side, Dos Boss. Dos Boss grabbing the strategic boost grab. I like it. I like that play a lot. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of technique behind Dos Boss's movements. You can tell he's a seasoned veteran, but you can also tell that he needs some improvement here. Fenway going for the ball. Brings it down. Dos Boss with the block. He was ready there. He was set up. Now Dos Boss going to get absolutely destroyed by his own technique. Dos Boss has no idea what he's doing here, folks. And Dos Boss just bringing it past his goal to make sure Fenway can't get a hold of that. Dos Boss bringing it back, watching his goal, staying in position, getting patient, and striking, and he misses. That was a good attempt on goal there. Fenway bringing it his way. Dos Boss is trailing behind, going for the demo, and he misses the demo. This is not looking good, but Fenway got turned around there. Dos Boss does have time to regroup. He goes ahead and takes it. Momentum past the goal. Fenway giving Dawson a great setup here. Dos Boss coming in. There's 2 hits on the ball. He's heading straight for the goal with this one. Fenway kind of sets it up for Dos Boss here. Dos Boss cannot get a good hit off that. Fenway's in Dos Boss's goal now. Dos Boss has got to slow down and be careful here. This ball's frighteningly close. Fenway with a shot, and Fenway scored. Not a lot you could do about that one. It was a good setup to start with Dos Boss, but he just didn't hit it hard enough to get it away from his goal there. Dos Boss returning it. Fenway's behind. Fenway regrouping, getting it around. Fenway grabbing the max boost. That was a good play there. Gotta respect plays like that from these rookies. Dos Boss up the wall, grabbing the max boost. He misses it, but he gets the ball. Dos Boss regrouping with the new strategy here. He's going to push it down the field. Fenway, shot on goal. Fenway scored. Dos Boss had to get behind that ball. He was not getting behind. He just was getting turned around by his own ball there. Not a great look for Dos Boss. Any player, Rocket League or not, would know that's just a rookie on the field. Fenway trying to make something happen, hits the ball, but it sets Dos Boss up, and Dos Boss does not deliver. Dos Boss trailing behind Fenway, trying to get this thing out of the way. Dos Boss sending it up the left side of the goal, seeing if he can maybe get a block here. And Dos Boss saves it. That sets him up real nice for this goal here. Fenway's a little ways behind. He's going to have to do a lot to get to this ball and turn it around. Dos Boss still has control. Dos Boss sending down the... And Dos Boss misses again. He's got to boost over. This is a great spot for Dos Boss to be in, but Fenway is right there. Dos Boss sending it down the midway. Fenway keeping it on the wall. That's a good play by Fenway. Fenway has control now. Dos Boss just trying to make something happen. Getting it on his side would be ideal here. Dos Boss taking the max boost. Fenway in Dos Boss's area here. Fenway tries to send it over. Dos Boss is going to make something happen off that. He's sending it down the field. Fenway trying to get a touch here. Does not work out. Dos Boss goes ahead and sends it down the middle. Lined up for the goal. And Fenway gets the assist. Oh. What a goal by Fenway. 30 seconds for Dos Boss to make a comeback here. This could be generational. That's a great setup for Dos Boss. If he can get this over into the goal, and he cannot get it over, he's going to go ahead and regroup. He's going to back up here, try and get around the ball. Stops momentum a little bit, but Fenway just keeps on pushing. Fenway slowing it down, trying to get towards the edge of his goal here. Dos Boss has to make something crazy happen. Dos Boss sending it over. And he cannot get there. Fenway takes the win. That was a close one. As you guys can see, Dos Boss is slowly getting back into his prime here. He's practicing. He's trying to get back. Just a young rookie. He hasn't played many games at all. And it's very difficult to get back into a game like this when you haven't played for so long. Dos Boss is going to try his best to get back, though. Dos Boss going on the defensive here. Interesting play by the rookie. Off the wall. It's headed towards the middle. Dos Boss gets a hold of it. That's going fast. That's going to take a lot to stop. Carrots JM, our new opponent here. Let's see what he can do. He's backing into it. He's trying to get behind it. There he is. He's behind it. That's a really good angle for Carrots here. Carrots with a shot. And Carrots with the goal. What a shot. What a shot. I almost said what a shave. Alright, Dos Boss is already a goal behind. This is not looking great. And Carrots is on the defensive. Carrots liking Dos Boss's strategy. Dos Boss reverses it. This could be a goal here. And Carrots comes back just in time. Wow. What an incredible block by Carrots there. This is not good. Wow. That was incredible gameplay. The more I watch Carrots, the more I think this guy definitely has played the game before. Carrots knows what he's doing, and he's not afraid to show it. He's bringing it down the field. That is a great catch by Carrots. And that's another goal. Dos Boss just can't defend. Dos Boss is now floundering. He's struggling. He's 3 behind. Can't get more behind than 3. There's not a lot of coming back after you get that far behind. DOSBoss going for boost rather than ball. Misses boost entirely. Carrots now has boost advantage and possession of the ball. He backs it up. He's going on the defensive. DOSBoss bringing it around to the side. Can DOSBoss score this? Just a little bit too high. That's going to be a miss. Now Carrots probably has boost advantage, definitely has ball. He misses the goal. Carrots trying to get around here. DOSBoss lining it up here. DOSBoss misses the ball. This is not looking good. Carrots misses the ball right back. This is a noob fest for sure. DOSBoss kind of sick of the standstill. He might start bringing it. He's bringing it out. It's going this way. We got a lot of speed on the ball now. It's headed right for Carrot's goal, and Carrot with a great block. That was much needed for Carrot. Carrots with the demolition, but can he do anything with this extra time he was given? Does not look like it. He's bringing it back over, but for what? It's hard to tell where he's headed. He's bringing it up the side, misses the ball. Carrots is getting in his own head here. This is not looking good. You can tell Carrots is really in his own head. DOSBoss bringing it up the wall, heading towards Carrot's side. Carrots with a good block. DOSBoss bringing it around towards the center of the field. Carrots trying to straighten it out, get it towards the goal. He cannot get it. He misses by just a little bit. DOSBoss with a nice angle, but Carrots with a great return. And that's going to be a goal by Carrots. That was very well executed. I mean, this is the stuff you'll see in these rookie matchups when you just know he has a better car. Like, that's already more aura for Carrots. At this point, I don't think DOSBoss can return. He's got 2 minutes to make up 4 points and then a 5th if he wants to win this. It is not looking great. Carrots, another really quick goal. That is just disappointing. DOSBoss may just have to call it quits on this one. DOSBoss does end up quitting. It's a forfeit. DOSBoss understands he needs to just turn around and try again. Those of you watching the stream, I hope you're enjoying. This is something a little bit different, but just trying it out. Ideal Ballroom, welcome to the match. Ideal Ballroom going in for the center. He misses completely, and that's an early goal for DOSBoss. This could be the break he needs to get his first win since his return. What a goal. I believe DOSBoss just got matched with a bot. Or a 2-year-old, I can't tell. Too soon to tell. DOSBoss waiting on it. Tried to get an angle there, couldn't get there. DOSBoss just trying to keep it away from his goal. It's coming up the wall towards his goal. DOSBoss looking at what Ballroom's trying to do here. Taking a step back just to watch the movements. Ideal Ballroom with a shot. Does not get it there. It was close, but he just could not get through. DOSBoss looking at what he's doing. Looking for a block here. And Ideal Ballroom does get the goal. Wow. DOSBoss really should have been there. There's still a chance for both of these players. It's not over. Ideal Ballroom in a little bit of trouble early on. He hits it. That's a really good setup for DOSBoss. DOSBoss not even hitting it. Wow. DOSBoss may have just sold the easiest goal of his career. A demo by DOSBoss, keeping it out of his goal and towards the opponents. Uh-oh. It's headed towards that goal again. And Ideal Ballroom with a great score. Dos Boss really needs... He can't be falling behind like he usually does. Dos Boss. Ideal Ballroom. Wow, what a snag by Ideal Ballroom here. He's going to go ahead and bounce it off the wall towards the midfield. Not sure what the play was there, but we are watching some rookies, so that's kind of how it goes sometimes. And that's a goal. Wow. Maybe there was a play after all. Ideal Ballroom with a 2-goal lead. Dos Boss analyzing, figuring out what to do here. This is not a great start for him. He's really got ground to make up if he wants to win this. He's going for the far boost. He did miss it the first time. That's going to be detrimental. He could not get back. Those boosts there are really risky to go for. This is a dead center shot. This is how we got our first goal. Let's do it again. With a crazy block, Dos Boss scores again. Now watch this replay. He brings it towards there. Ballroom goes for it, but Dos Boss runs into him to stop him. Ballroom headed towards the middle, so is Dos Boss. And the ball gets sent sideways. Ballroom misses the boost there. That's going to be pretty bad for him. Dos Boss sending it the wrong way down the court, down the field. Ballroom going for that boost. He's very boost dependent here. I've seen this player go for boost a lot more than others. Not sure if that's a play, but it seems to be working for him right now. As this game goes 4-2. Dos Boss trying with the setup there, but just could not get it. Ballroom with the demo. This could be bad. It's coming in. And that's going to be a shot and a goal. Dos Boss should not have rushed towards that. We saw he took it too fast, and it did not pay off. Ideal Ballroom getting mixed up a little bit, going back to the goal. Insane defense by Ideal Ballroom there. And he's now heading down the field. He's at about demo speed with the ball, headed straight for the goal. And that's going to be a goal by Ideal. Dos struggling to know what to do here. He's down 4 with 2 minutes left. We've seen this before, and this does not end well for Dos Boss. Dos Boss going for boost. Ideal up on the roof. I don't know what the plan is. Maybe going for another demo. He likes those demos. We've seen it before. He's going for the boost again. Dos Boss bringing it down. He's at a really high speed. Ballroom with an insane block and bringing it straight towards Dos Boss's goal. Wow. I can't believe that. What a play. Dos Boss may have pushed a little too hard there. It's those moments like that that make you think maybe he should have sat back on that and waited to see what was going to happen. You always got to be watching and aware where your teammate is headed. Oh, but Dos Boss regaining possession once again. Ideal has nowhere to put it, and he puts it in the goal. What a beautiful goal. Dos Boss just taking his time there. I like it. Ideal Ballroom with the block. Dos Boss watching the ball. It's headed deep. It's deep in the midfield, headed towards Dos Boss's goal. But he hits a block on it. Can Ballroom save this? Can Ballroom get back? Ballroom headed back to the ball, trying to send it towards the middle. Dos Boss is there. He's sending it towards the goal here. This is looking pretty bad for Ballroom. Dos Boss with a shot, and he can't get it. That was a great attempt, though. Ballroom watching and waiting here. And he gets blocked up by Dos Boss. Ballroom with an insane shot, headed towards the goal. If he gets any hits on this here, it could go in. Dos Boss blocked it deep in the goal. And he's headed down the field. That's looking dangerous. And Ballroom blocks it again. Dos Boss couldn't get there. That was a good setup for him, but he just couldn't get a hold of it. You got to get that nice contact for some of these goals, and when you can't see where the ball's headed, it's tricky. And that's going to be the game. Dos Boss tried again, but just could not get there. When will he get his first win? All right, we got a new game against Your Daddy Jay. Am I reading this right? Dos Boss with a very early connection there. Your Daddy Jay pulls it away. He's sending it down the field. This is looking dangerous, but Dos Boss brings it towards the edge there, giving him a little bit of time. He did not grab the boost. That could be bad. Your Daddy Jay trying to send it over. Dos Boss going for the boost for a little bit. He's bringing it around. This is a great setup. If Dos Boss can get a hold of this and bring it towards the goal, he could be in a good position. Your Daddy Jay misses completely. Dos Boss misses completely. Jay with a crazy shot. What a goal. I can't believe it. What a goal. Dos Boss already has some ground to make up. Is not looking good. Dos Boss getting sent up in the air again. Those are rough. When you're mid-air like that, you don't have a lot of control. You gotta just wait. Those can be really rough. And Jay pulls it away. It's headed down the field. Dos Boss can't get there in time. Wow. Dos Boss just overextending game after game. The more these games go on, the more I just think Dos Boss really needs to get a hold of his defense. And that is a detrimental fail. Dos Boss just started using his control a little too late, and it costed him a point. Dos Boss somehow sent straight over. That's another goal. Dos Boss can't do anything. Your Daddy Jay getting the max boost there. And that's a shot on goal. That was dangerously close, but Dos Boss just couldn't pull it. Dos Boss there for the defense. Your Daddy Jay turning up the offense here. That's a shot, but it's just a little off. He rushed there. He rushed just a little too much. This is getting dangerous for Jay. Jay with an excellent block, sending it back down the field, but Dos Boss with a jump that just misses. This could be really bad. This put Dos Boss in a really bad position here. But he goal posts it, and that puts Dos Boss back in the good position. Wouldn't say this is the best position for Dos Boss, but he's going to go ahead and grab boost, regroup, send it down the field, see what he can do. One thing about this sport, a good player knows when to calm down and when to amp up. Your Daddy Jay amping up right on time. And that's another goal. Dos Boss needs to stop leaving his goal wide open. DOSBoss taking this straightaway, seeing if he can win this exchange this time. And it's not going to look like he can. Jay sending it down the field. DOSBoss is not there. But Jay just can't get a hold of it again. Jay really struggling with these. Jay grabbing both boosts, knowing what DOSBoss was going for. DOSBoss completely out of boost. DOSBoss focusing on the boost, getting back on defense here. Jay coming in for the shot. It's not good. Just a little too much power there. You could tell Jay was rushing. DOSBoss just looking to get at least a goal on this guy. DOSBoss just doesn't know how to play the game. Jay sending it down once again all the way down to DOSBoss's goal, and that's going to be another goal. DOSBoss sucks. DOSBoss forfeiting yet again. He just does not know how to play. Oh. It's tough being an announcement for... It's tough being an announcer for trash cans like this. Well, we're launching into another against Booba the Saiyan. Let's see how Booba the Saiyan can rise against DOSBoss here. Booba getting around, trying to get an angle here. He's sending that ball down the court, or down the field. DOSBoss misses entirely. This is going up the wall. This could be Booba's here. But DOSBoss denies. He's sending it back out. Watching for Booba's next move is DOSBoss. And that's going to be a really nice setup if Booba was headed the right way, but he's not. DOSBoss getting the advantage here. Heading down the field towards the goal. Booba with the block. Booba trying to make something happen, but DOSBoss is just right on him. This is looking pretty bad for DOSBoss though. Booba with lots of momentum. Headed straight towards that ball. DOSBoss watching Booba, just making sure. DOSBoss playing way more reserved. This is not what we've seen from him before. DOSBoss looking for a shot here. DOSBoss lining it up. And that's going to be a miss. It was a great attempt, but just couldn't get there. Booba not looking very good here. Booba looks like he's struggling. Not able to get those angles he wants. He's good on defense, but these offensive shots, he just can't seem to line up. DOSBoss getting some boost in the midfield. Booba going for a little walk down here. DOSBoss taking Booba's boost and stopping that ball's momentum. When you get that momentum turned around with the ball here, it's really rough to recover. DOSBoss sending the ball towards the goal. That's got a straight shot, and Booba blocks. Booba going for some aerial stuff here. I don't think we're at that level yet. When I see aerials at any other level, I would say that's a good play, but these guys just aren't experienced enough to be doing those things. DOSBoss sending it in, and that's going to be the first goal of the game. What a slow, reserved match by both. And Booba forfeits DOSBoss's first rookie win back for the new season. Incredible stuff. The patience. This is how DOSBoss needs to play. It's just not possible to win these games without at least a shred of patience. Bimortal Corgi Bimodal Corgi? What the heck? That is an interesting username. Bimodal Corgi sending it towards the goal. But DOSBoss blocks, and he's doing the same now. Sending it down. He's off to the side. Bimodal sending it straight towards the goal. DOSBoss is lined up. And there's the shot. And there's the goal. DOSBoss catching a spark these last couple games. Wow. You just love to see it. DOSBoss heading towards the center. He gets the air, so does Bimodal. Bimodal on the ball, never mind. Bimodal catching a really good break there when Dawson caught the air. Unlucky for DOSBoss, just unable to do anything there. When you catch that air, you have nothing to do. You got to stay on the ground during those first exchanges. A little too early of a jump and you're going to get sent up. It's tough when that happens, but you got to rebound as quick as you can so they don't have time to shoot. And DOSBoss cannot get there. Just having trouble learning how to turn around. DOSBoss does get sent up more than Bimodal. But Bimodal is now AFK. DOSBoss has it in the midfield. Going full speed towards the goal, and that's going to be a goal. Bimodal definitely messed up there. Bimodal potentially AFK. Could be a forfeit here. It's headed towards the goal. DOSBoss just can't get it in. He has no more boost. There's not a lot he could do. Bimodal sending it down the court, or down the field. How many times am I going to say court? Bimodal keeping it slow. That's on the goal. And Bimodal sends it in. DOSBoss just having lots of trouble on that goal. He can't seem to get himself turned around in time. DOSBoss going for another one here. Bimodal gets the air. That was a good opportunity for DOSBoss, but he also was just off the ball. Bimodal has a lot more boost here, but he misses the ball. That gives Dawson time to pull up, get some boost, and get back into the fight. Bimodal hits it down the field. This could be bad. Bimodal trying to get a quick goal there, but just can't do that. You can't air dodge with that small of a space. It just doesn't work. Bimodal trying to make something happen, but he ends up sending it his own way. Bimodal sending it all the way around, trying to get something here. Sending Dawson for a loop, but DOSBoss brings it back. It's headed towards the middle. This is looking dangerous. Off the wall, DOSBoss is there. So is Bimodal. And it's real close. Bimodal just trying to make something happen. DOSBoss ends up fumbling it. It's now danger for DOSBoss. And Bimodal scores. DOSBoss just sitting there in disappointment. After that rough tap, he knew it was over. You can't be tripping over your own teammates or your own opponents like that. Bimodal sending it straight to DOSBoss's clutches. Was not looking good. And DOSBoss just absolutely sold. That was right there, and he just couldn't hit it. Somehow not sending it anywhere when he tried to take it away. DOSBoss sending it down to Bimodal's side, looking for a defense here that he can counter. And Bimodal going full offense. DOSBoss trying to stop the process here. Bimodal sends one in, and DOSBoss with a save. DOSBoss now making a push of his own. That's going to be close, but it's not quite there. Bimodal taking his time, making sure he can get a good block. Bimodal sending it up the wall. He's going to start using his momentum as he did before. Bimodal, once again, trying to get it in the goal here. Just not able to bump it. He's struggling. He's backing up. So is Dos Boss. It's looking like danger, but Dos Boss saves it. This could be danger for Bimodal now. And it is Dos Boss with a score. 1 minute left to get 2 points and then take the lead potentially. This could be one of the closest games we've had. Uh-oh, this is looking like trouble for Dos Boss. Bimodal trying to work his way around it, but he doesn't get there. Dos Boss did not leave enough space there. Bimodal getting the momentum. Dos Boss trying to gain momentum back. This is a close and slow fight. And Bimodal misses the goal. This gives Dos Boss another chance. Dos Boss maybe should stop using ball cam so much, but he refuses. Bimodal looking to stop this. Dos Boss almost got the hit back. Bimodal headed towards the goal. Dos Boss is nowhere to be found. And once again, Dos Boss overextends. He just does not learn from his mistakes. Dos Boss has to realize he's not going to get anywhere without learning. Dos Boss can't do anything. He sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, Dos Boss absolutely sucks. Dos Boss just wanted to get that save. Once again, rookie record is now 1-6 in this rookie season. 1-5. 1-5 in this new series. Annibal. Okay. Hannibal, our new challenger, approaches. Looking for a little defense here. Brings it up the wall. This is a great setup for Hannibal. Dos Boss is shaking. He sends it away. Dos Boss preventing havoc there. Oh, this is looking like danger for Hannibal though. Hannibal notices it's danger, tries to save it. Dos Boss coming in. Hannibal with another block. Hannibal just all over this ball right now. That's coming in. That's danger. And Dos Boss gets a nice block there. Playing nice and slow, nice and patient. Can't let Hannibal get too much action here. What a save by Dos Boss. I haven't seen anything like that since he came back. Dos Boss sending it towards the midfield. That's danger for Hannibal. He sends it back. He's taking it up the wall. Dos Boss looking for a boost. There it is. Dos Boss went for the demo and missed. That's going to be dangerous. Hannibal lining it up. There's shot and the goal. Dos Boss almost saved that there, but he just could not get there. Just went a little too far. Hannibal not skipping a replay. He's clearly a bad sport. First goal of the game, and Hannibal thinks he's all that. We'll see what he can do on defense. And he was AFK. Hannibal going for the block rather than the shot. Does it pay off? And it does. Hannibal with a great goal. Dos Boss fiddling with his... Dos Boss just not even trying on the goal there. DOSBoss trying to get a hold of it here. He does not want Hannibal driving it down the field again. Hannibal shot, and there's the goal. DOSBoss just does not understand how to play the game. Wow. DOSBoss is just outclassed here. He's only down 2. This is still winnable for DOSBoss. Hannibal going on the full offensive after getting that early tap. DOSBoss sending it away. Hannibal trying to get the momentum back, but he's just sending it further off to his side. Hannibal with the midair hit off the wall. That's going to be trouble. Hannibal blocking. Hannibal just absolutely bodying DOSBoss straight to the goal. DOSBoss couldn't do a thing about it. And DOSBoss with a nice score, just caught a tricky one on him. I like the off-the-wall technique there. With a little more boost, that would have been a great goal. And DOSBoss just slides it over Hannibal. This is now a winnable game for DOSBoss. He's back in this. 2 minutes left. Hannibal tried to go on defense there, just could not get high enough. Defense can be scary for these rookies. Hannibal blocks it this time. It's now deep in Hannibal's side, but he's sending it the opposite direction. DOSBoss getting some speed to try and get a hit. DOSBoss gets it out of the way. Hannibal gets control. Hannibal trying to send it back. DOSBoss with a nice hit, sending it back towards the wall. Just trying to deny action for Hannibal here. DOSBoss misses completely. This could be really good for Hannibal if he gets a hold of it. Hannibal trying to take initiative, but he just can't get a hold of it when DOSBoss has the boost. DOSBoss with a crazy fast shot. And that's another goal. What a game I'm watching right now. That's a 3-goal comeback by DOSBoss there. That ball was coming in very fast. DOSBoss off the wall. Almost hits an insane goal on Hannibal, but he can't get a hold of it. Hannibal now has control. Never mind, DOSBoss pushes him out of the way. That was a great move there. DOSBoss keeping it in Hannibal's goal. Hannibal trying to change momentum here. Turning around, getting control. And DOSBoss denies him of that control. Hannibal really struggling with DOSBoss's playstyle. DOSBoss just staying patient, playing defensively. And he sends it back over to Hannibal's side. Hannibal just not able to get close to a goal here because DOSBoss is keeping it on his side. And that's trouble. Hannibal shot. Hannibal goal. That's going to be a lead for Hannibal. DOSBoss has 1 minute to bring this back. DOSBoss may be overextended once again. Those offensive overextensions, just shooting right past the ball with that high of a speed is not good.
I miss the rage, I miss the rage, I miss the rage. I miss the rage. I miss the rage. I miss the rage.
Mods ban him for spamming.
I miss the rage. 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 Bye.
Hannibal with the shot. That would have been beautiful, but Hannibal just couldn't get it. DOS Boss now taking it. Taking control, sending it down the field, 30 seconds. DOS Boss needs to get aggressive, needs to get a point here. DOS Boss just stares at the ball. Just stares at the ball. DOS Boss just staring at the ball. Went ahead and watched that goal there. Had to take a quick look. As you can see, the young rookie still does not know how to play defense. DOS Boss trying to get a lucky 2 points before the end of the game, but Hannibal is just too good with his control. Hannibal dribbling around, just keeping it out of DOS Boss's hands or wheels. DOS Boss somehow does not get that goal. That's disappointing. That was a great shot by DOS Boss, though. Great battle, great game. He just could not pull out the win. DOS Boss's rookie record is now 1-6. He has 1 win and 6 losses into this rookie season we like to call Rookie Rumble. DOS Boss and a new challenger, FN User. FN User sending it off the wall. DOS Boss trying to post up on defense, but he's turned around. DOS Boss sending it away. Looking for that boost there. FN User sending it up in the air. DOS Boss looking for control. He misses. Just a little too aggressive there. FN User getting a lot of momentum. This is not looking good. DOS Boss hits him out of the way. This is looking great for DOS Boss now. Sending it down the field off the wall. FN User misses the block, and DOS Boss goes in for the goal. Four minutes left in the game, and DOS Boss has an early lead. Still a lot of time. Anything could happen here.
This is the greatest game mode. By far.
DOS Boss getting a nice little block there with a 360. He's stepping back here, making sure FN doesn't get anything on him. DOS Boss taking forever to grab the boost. That could be bad. Could be bad for business. It's getting close. He blocks it. FN User misses completely. DOS Boss with an excellent block. It's now in his control. FN User trying to regain control here. FN User going for a little block. Where's he sending it? He's sending it back towards DOS Boss. DOS Boss using his boost to get ahead. Goes for the block. Hits it towards the goal pole. That's a crazy block. DOS Boss has lots of speed, lots of control. That's going straight for the goal. And that's a second goal by DOS Boss. This could be the second win of his rookie career. 3 minutes left, and he's had nothing but control the whole game. Absolutely astonishing. DOS Boss 0 to hero, the true story. DOS Boss getting super aggressive. Looking for that boost, but FN goes ahead and grabs it. Can the boost save him, though? DOS Boss looking really bad here. Has no boost. FN went for the shot, but he could not get enough action there. DOS Boss just rolling it around this corner. Trying to get it out of his area, out of his goal, out of his midfield. FN with a crazy shot. Bounces it off the goalpost and makes it in. I did not think that was going to come to him. Wow. DOS Boss going for the midfield. He gets it. FN User going to panic here. Defense is not a strong suit as we've seen before. He's going to block it, but he's sending it straight towards his corner. Boss has a little bit of a pickle. And FN just drives it in. DOSBoss is lagging. DOSBoss definitely lost control there because of the lag. You can't get put in those situations. You have to keep yourself away from that situation when only a slight bit of lag could cause you the game. FN now taking control. He's back towards the goal here, taking a shot. He misses. DOSBoss does have the ball now. He's sending it down the field. FN going ahead and grabbing that ball, trying to regain control and get another quick drive. But DOSBoss is just right there with him. He's reminding him this is a two-person battle. You can't just shoot these solo goals that you can in custom. FN, they both miss and it's in. Wow. Absolutely horrible to see. DOSBoss genuinely struggling. Little distracted by the party invite, but that's no excuse for poor gameplay. DOSBoss taking the boost. Watching FN users play here. DOSBoss keeping it on FN's side. He needs to keep the offense on if he's going to beat FN, because there's a lot of offensive capability from FN. He has to keep him on defense. And there's another goal! DOSBoss 218 just staying really aggressive, just pressing up on him. You can't do a lot in that situation. FN user grasping at straws. 3-3 now. DOSBoss just needs one more goal to secure this victory. But so does FN. Still anyone's game. That's off the wall. They're both almost out of boost. FN gets the full boost. DOSBoss really needs to watch out. FN has a lot more boost than him. This could be bad. And FN shoots and he scores. DOSBoss did not prioritize boost and it costed him there. 60 seconds to make a comeback. This is not looking great for DOSBoss. DOSBoss gets sent up in the air. That's unfortunate. FN trying to get offensive momentum again. Not going on defense as much, even though that would save him the game. FN barely blocks it, but DOSBoss is back. Handle the lag. It's all lag. FN gets a shot, and that's another goal, all because of lag, and DOSBoss forfeits out of rage. DOSBoss hates this game. He just cannot handle the lag, causing him to lose. DOSBoss's rookie season score is now 1-7. Not looking great for this rookie. You can tell he's out there. He's giving it his all. He's trying his best, but he just can't handle when lag beats him. Still unranked here. DOSBoss versus Walk. Walk at DOSBoss, a brand new game. Anything could happen here, folks. It's all down to chance. And the skill of these players, of course. Walk has the momentum. DOSBoss kind of gave it to him there. DOSBoss regains momentum here. Walk looking for defense. DOSBoss sending it off the wall. That's going to be still in his possession. He could make something happen. Walk misses. DOSBoss misses. That could have been the easiest goal ever, but DOSBoss had to miss it. Walk just trying to keep it out of his goal. He's panicking. He's rushing in, using his boost up. DOSBoss getting a good angle here. DOSBoss going for the boost. Watching what Walk's about to do here. Trying to return it. DOSBoss gets the momentum back. Walk going for that defense. A great stop by Walk, but it's still headed towards the goal. Can he prevent this? And he does. He does end up preventing it. But DOSBoss coming back. He has a lot of boost. This is not looking good. And that's a goal. What a goal. I love this approach, going back for the boost, taking it slow, not reaching for that overextended ball. First goal of the game. DOSBoss does not get the exchange. He lagged a little bit. It looked as though he did for a minute. Walk coming in. If he takes his max boost, could be screwed. And he takes it real slow, a little bit too slow there. DOSBoss up the wall, getting really aggressive. It's getting sent around the corner. Walk returns it. DOSBoss is still there. He brings it back. Not letting Walk get a hold of this ball for too long here. DOSBoss sends it up the wall. Walk needs to play defense. That's still in the goal. That's danger. And that's going to be a goal. DOSBoss, an incredible goal, just taking his time. A little bit sloppy, but that's okay. It was really Walk's goal that saved it there. Walk's touch there really saved it. DOSBoss headed towards the midfield. Walk seems to have gone AFK, and DOSBoss gets another free goal. Walk probably going for a forfeit here. Not sure what that was. DOSBoss, this is the biggest lead he's had since he began the rookie season. Walk really struggling against DOSBoss. Not usually what you see, but that's going to be an off-the-wall goal for DOSBoss. What a shot. That was incredible. Let's watch this in replay. A little bit of a pinch, and then off the wall and a goal. Hard to tell if that was intentional. DOSBoss trying to secure his second win of the rookie season. Walk just keeping the aggression no matter how many points he's down. And Walk gets a goal. That is a cool goal effect. Walk trying to get his comeback here. He's got 3 minutes. It's been a pretty goal-heavy game. Walk has a really good setup. DOSBoss is nowhere near with no boost. And that looked hopeless. Wow. Walk could make a comeback here. I'm not sure. Definitely looking that way. And DOSBoss finally gets a good tee off there. He's going to go ahead and grab the edge boost, and he's watching Walk's defense to see what he does. DOSBoss keeping it on that side. He's really looking for a goal here. Walk has to play defense. That's going straight for his goal. He's got to touch it. There's a good touch by Walk. That's bringing it back. He's looking for offense. I don't know how much boost this guy has in the tank. DOSBoss sending it up the wall again. He's there. Here comes the shot. And it barely misses, just out of the goal there. That was a great try, but just couldn't get it. DOSBoss sending it up and around. This could be trouble. And Walk gets the goal. DOSBoss did not send it hard enough. It went right over his goal. If you watch, DOSBoss tries to hit it again, but just cannot get there. Getting multiple hits like that, that can be tricky, especially for a rookie. Like we've said before, this guy does not know much. DOSBoss in a good situation here. Kind of biffs it though. It's headed back towards the center. Walk coming back for action. Gets the full boost. DOSBoss needs to grab this other full boost. He does grab it. Walk just scoring goal after goal. What was thought to be a lost game is now back in the hands of Walk. Oh, that's looking like danger for DOSBoss. Walk gets a nice hit, but he cannot secure the goal. Walk trying to get around it, trying to change the momentum here, but DOSBoss is there. And that's going to be a really hard hit ball. Let's see what Walk has to do. DOSBoss returning it. What a save. And that's headed down towards Walk's end. DOS Boss just playing with the ball here. And the bait did work. DOS Boss now looking for Walk, who's boosting around. Walk's turning around here. It's getting close. It's up on Walk's wall. He's got to make a good block off this. And he does not get the block. DOS Boss going in for it. And he misses the goal. Walk potentially baited there on that block. That's an insane turn of events. Wow. Just incredibly disappointing. That was all DOS Boss needed to secure his second ever rookie win. He still has 30 seconds to secure it. He needs a perfect jump here. And he gets it. That's a great jump for DOS Boss. Ball's on his side, headed up the edge. Walk getting a lot of control. We can just tell Walk has a lot more experience handling balls. He must be gay. DOS Boss getting some danger on Walk's goal. And DOS Boss scoring on on his own goal just for comedy. DOS Boss knows it's over at this point. That's gonna be wraps. That was a great, well-fought game between the two of them, but there was just no hope for DOS Boss towards the end there. That's a tough game to watch. Really, really heartbreaking. Heartbreaking loss for DOS Boss. Those are always the hardest to watch. And it looks like DOS Boss is going to go ahead and quit the search. That's going to be the end of this first ever Rocket League ranked gameplay. We will be back later on tonight for another exciting series. I will see you all at 9 p.m.